Hi, welcome. My name is Jeanette. I am one of the instructors with THPRD, and I'm here today to demonstrate a 20-20-20 workout. And what that consists of is roughly 20 minutes of a cardio workout, followed by 20 minutes of strength and 20 minutes of stretching. So we'll begin with our cardio portion. Let's start out with a nice gentle little march, swinging the arms, picking up the knees. Nice and easy. So the point of the warm-up is just to get our blood flowing, heating up the muscles and joints. Add a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. And just march. Swing those arms. Pick up the knees a little higher. I like to say march like you mean it. Good. How about 4, 3, step, tap. So now we're getting our ankles flexing and extending a little, and we'll just swing the arms side to side, wall to wall. 4, 3, let's take our arms a little higher. Floor to ceiling. Let them just drop and lift. 8, 7, 4, 3, take the arms out, just the legs. Place the arms here just to rest them somewhere. Start using those legs a little more. Good. A little reach to the front. Lengthen that arm, give it a nice stretch. Now, cross the front of the body, give a little twist to the spine, to the front. 8, 7, 4, 3, cross to the corner. 4, 3. How about a little higher? So towards the corner, but a little higher. 4, 3, and a little lower. Downward toward the floor. 4, 3. Again, a little higher, corner to corner, where that ceiling and wall meet. And 4. Good. 4, 3. All right, do a little kickback. Lift your heels up. Add a nice, easy front to back arm motion. Imagine pulling something back, shoulder blades hugging your spine. Open the elbows a little wider. Still hugging that spine, lifting the chest. Pull downwards. The elbows go down and back. 4, 3. Now can we pull up? Up. Good. 4, 3. Let's try opening the arms wide. 4, 3. We begin again, pulling back. Right here. We'll do all that one more time. 4, 3. Open the elbows a little wider. 4, 3. Let's pull down. Elbows go down and back. 4, 3. Pull up. Good. 4, 3. Finish with opening those arms wide. Focus on the up. 4, 3, and march. Good. After all those kickbacks, this marching feels pretty good right about now. All right, from here, instead of a straight march, let's do a step heel tap. All right, add those legs in, down, up, add bicep curls. Utilizing those legs, that little bitty bob, can make all the difference. Toes tap back. Get those toes tapping. Now, elbows up and add the arms. So a good rule of thumb in any cardio work, get your feet first, add the arms if and when ready, and you are not required to be ready. Let's take a toe back. We're going to hold the toe back there, heel down to the ground, and let's lean forward. We're stretching out that calf. Now bend at the knee, in and out. So we're going to do dynamic stretching. It helps keep the heart rate up a little bit while we stretch. 4 more of these. All right, up next, press back, hold, lean forward again. We're going to get a deeper stretch, perhaps. Coming out, press up, pull down. 8 times, press, pull. Imagine pushing the ceiling up and away and pulling it back down. 4 more times. We're going to stay with 8 as the magic number, down and hold, lean forward 1 more time. We're going to come up on that back toe. Now go ahead and drop the knee down a bit, tuck your tailbone under, and from the side, I want you to see this, shoulders over hips, ears over hips, little bitty lunge, down and up. Our lunges should be straight down, straight up, and they're just to wake up the joints. If you want, you can try to go a little deeper if you feel things loosen up. 2 more, then up, hold. Back leg in, through, heel down, sit back, hips up, hinge forward, lift the chest, tap your toes. Let's tap the toes in and out. So we get this femur twisting in your hip socket. 4, 3, back to center, 4, 3, toes go flat, hold. All right, bend the knee, shift your weight, take your other leg back, heel down, and lean in. Bend at the knee, in and out. This time we do a little tricep kickback. Good. Working that calf. 2 more. Excellent. We're going to push that heel down, hold, and lean. Maybe going just a wee bit deeper into that stretch. Coming out of this one, sweep up, pull down, go. Imagine big circles with those arms. 4 more, 4, and good. Back and hold. Go ahead and lean forward 1 last time. We're going to come up on that back toe. Go ahead and drop the knee down. Tuck your tailbone, roll the shoulders back and down. Little lunge. Keeping that lunge more shallow to start. But as we feel things loosen up, you can allow yourself to go a wee bit deeper. It's important to listen to your body. Now up, hold, back leg in, through, heel down, sit back, hips up, hinge forward, lift the chest, tap. Woo, hold on, tap in and out. So here's the deal. You want to make sure we have a little bit of space around us for the cardio. Back to center. 4, 3, toes go flat, hold. But we don't need a lot of space, maybe a step in all directions. Bend the knee, shift your weight, and let's open up our legs. All right, and begin side to side lunging. Our knees should line up with our toes. Nice and easy, warming up through those hips a little more. 4, 3, let's add a lawnmower stretch. We're reaching and pulling across the front of the body, getting a little twist through the spine. As you feel things loosen, we can go bigger. Reach a little further, pull back a little further. All right, let's go deeper and higher, low and high. So now a big sweeping circle. How about 2 more like that? And we take the arm out, side to side. Other arm, ready, and pull. And again, we're just waking this up, but as we feel things loosen, we can go bigger. 2 more, and We can go lower and higher. Swoop. 2 more. Actually, let's do 2 more after this. That'll even it all out. And side to side. Good. Now come to the center and let's just hold for a moment. Hip, tipping at the hip, pushing the hips back, getting this stretch through the tailbone, through the glutes, the hamstring, and we can sort of shift side to side, get those inner thighs as well. Come to the center, hands to the thighs. Tuck your tailbone, round your back, lift up just a bit, don't go all the way up. Come back down, flat back. One more time. Tuck the tailbone, round up, shoulders up, back and down, heel toe in. All right, let's march it out. Woo. Okay, so we're going to keep it simple on our cardio activity, step touch. I think you'll find simple can be really effective. Okay, so in our step touch, focus on the up. So we're going to focus on the shoulders. Push those arms upward like you're lifting something. 8, 7, and use your legs. Notice this bob I have going on. Now let's focus on the down, okay? Squeeze your chest. You'll feel that little tension right along the front there. 8, 7, 4, 3. Now step, kick back. Let's pull like we did in the warm-up. All right, elbows go straight back. Now open the elbows and let's go wider. And I think this one we're going to start with the wider when we put it all together. Open the arms wide. Pressing your chest forward just a bit. Bend the elbows, pull. 4, 3, open wide. 4, 3, bend your elbows. 4, 3, open wide. 4, 3. Now step touch, focus on the up. 4, 3, focus on the down. Squeeze. 4, 3, kick back, bend the elbows, pull out, away from the rib cage. 4, 3, open wide. Press that chest forward a bit. 4, 3. How about a step knee right here? Okay, so now we get our hip flexors and our quadriceps. I just want to bring the arms up and across. Nice and tall. 4, 3. To the side, 2 knees right here. 2, and switch. 2. High-low arms. The higher we keep our arms, the more we incorporate them into the cardio, the higher the heart rate. Step, single knee. Add the arms. 4, 3, 2 knees. Go. Good. Single knees. Go. Woo. Lift that chest. 4, 3, 2 knees. Go. Excellent. All right. Now step tap right here. Give those arms a wee little break, right? Arms here in guard. I want you to add a little twist. Side to side, light on your feet. So I want to point out something, how I'm lifting my heel, I'm turning my hips side to side. Hips and shoulders stay in the same line. Now add a little punch forward. Gentle little punch. All right. Start to use your legs bigger, get lower. Good. Now, just hold it here, little bobs. Okay? We're going to take this bob and we're going to travel just a little ways. We're going to take 2 steps. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's not a very big step. That's not what it's about. Add that punch, jab, 2, and you have to step. No, you can be in place. Boom. See, I'm not going anywhere. Or we can travel just a little bit. One more time, down and back. All right, now step, punch, single punch. Go. 4, 3, double bob and punch. Boom. Excellent. Now step touch, open the arms. We're going back to the top. Focus on the up. Now focus on the down. Squeeze. 4, 3. Now kick back. Elbows go out, kind of wide. 4, 3. We're going to pull it down. Woo. Good. 4, 3. Step, knee, singles. Good. 4, 3. 2 knees, please. 2 and 2. Excellent. All right. Now 2 steps. Punch. So new punch. It's a cross punch. Add that bob. The more we use the legs, the harder we work. All right, we're going to bring it home. Single punches just to the front. So we'll make the single punches forward. Woo. All right, 8, 7, 4, 3. Try that double bob and cross punch. Boom. Extend that arm out. Right here, singles, front. Good. 4, 3. All right, march. 3, knee. 3, knee. Good. Arms up. 3, pull down. Boom. Now with this knee lift, we're going to make it a little more for the glutes. Press your hips forward. Squeeze the bum. Push. Woo, like you're breaking a stick over that knee. 2 more. Now we travel. 3. Oh, now we're no longer pushing that knee forward. All right, but I want you to take it more to this side. We're gonna get a little oblique in, oblique work. March 3, front knee, pull. 2 more. Now side step, 3, lift, lift. Woo, march. Excellent. All right, so we're going to incorporate just a little something, a heart rate kicker move. The goal is to try to drive the heart rate up a little bit. Open your heels outside of your hips. Try to keep the chest up. We're going to reach down and up. All right, now it doesn't matter on the tempo. What does matter is the depth and the height, the range of movement. Keeping our knees pointing to the toes, keeping that chest up. Now, if you can touch the ground, great. If not, that's okay too. If you want, you can go to your toes. Lift, incorporate that little ankle work. And if you want, you can lift off, not required. But if you can, even do 1 or 2 reps lifting off, go for it. Feather light landing. 2 more. And march. Woo! So hopefully you felt that heart rate go up. And remember, you just take it to where it works best for you. Reaching as low as you can, as high as you can. 4, 3, step, touch. Open the arms. Focus on the up. Now focus down. Squeeze. 4, 3, heels, kick back. Open the elbows. 4, 3, pull down. Excellent. 4, 3, pull up. Good. 4, 3, open arms wide. Good. 4, 3, step knee lift, single. We got this. 4, 3, 2 knees. Good. All right, we go to our double step, and we're going to add a cross punch. Boom. Remember, you don't have to step. You can be in place. For 4, 3, 2, right here, single punch, front, jab. Woo. Lengthen that arm. Stay with it, down, up. Use your legs. 4, 3, and march. 3, knee. Good. Now travel to the side. 3, pull. Woo. Good. March it out. Excellent. Believe it or not, we've hit about 20 minutes on the cardio front. Now the good news is we don't have to lose cardio benefit as we get a strength. You just think about the energy you're exerting. All right, so for today, I have 2 sets of weights. I have a heavier and a medium set, 5s and 8s. But it's not about the weight, it's what we do with them. So let's start out with our heavier weights. All right. Woo. All right. Heels underneath the hips. Do a little shoulder roll up, back and down. We're going to start with the deadlift. Tip at the hip and rise. Let's keep our knees soft. Now, what's the point of a deadlift? We're working our hamstrings and our low back. All right, push back until you feel a stretch in the back of the thighs. Woo. Good. And I believe 2 more will get us to 8. I'm going to keep it simple today. I'm going to keep it at 8. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to tip at the hip. Keep your knees soft. We're going to row. Pull the elbows straight back. Lift through the chest. Squeeze the spine. 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and rise. Do a little shoulder roll up, back and down, release tension. And again, we tip at the hip. This time, let's go for a fly. Open the arms nice and wide. Still pinching the shoulder blades towards the spine. 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and rise. Shoulder roll back and down. All right, getting into the lower body a bit, which helps keep our circulation up. We alternate upper and lower. Hold the weights by your shoulders. Now, this is going to be front-loaded work, which means more weight is in front. We have to brace our abs to support our back. Okay, heels outside the hips. Lift the chest and push your hips back and down. Keep your weight in your heels. We're just going to do 8 of these. Good. It's 8 for now. You know, we keep repeating exercises or we work the same muscle group in different ways. 2 more. All right, last one. Now, we're going to put one weight down, okay? We're going to keep a hold of one weight, unilateral work, arm out, 8 more. Okay. Woo. So we're a little more weighted on one side. 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to switch sides. Take that moment, arm out, go. 8. Work on your range of movement, your lows and highs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and bring that weight down. Let's pick up our other weight. Standing tall, do a little shoulder roll up, back, and down. Hands in front of the thighs. Let's do some upright rows. We'll lift. Little exhale on the lift. Hands go to the ribs. All right, we stop at about the rib cage. 2 more. And now we begin again with a deadlift. Let's tip and rise. Listen to your body. Maybe you can feel like you can go a little deeper. Just keep your knees soft. Keep your back flat, head to tailbone. 4, and lift. 2 more. All right, last one. Okay, now do a little shoulder roll, back and down. Soft knees, tip at the hip, elbows high and wide or long arms. Leading with the elbows in our fly. Feel that tension maybe in your low back. Brace your abdominals. A little bit more. All right, last one. And rise. Do a little shoulder roll back and down. And I think we did a row as well, so let's tip at the hip. Let's row. Let's open the elbows a little bit away from the rib cage this time. Pull back high and wide, pointing your elbows towards the back corners of the room. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and rise. Shoulder roll, back and down. All right, we're going to incorporate a little bit of shoulder work and a little bit of glute and hamstring work. All right, we have a squat, pick up, 2 overhead placement of the item. You can use 1 heavy and hold your heavy in both hands, okay? Or you can hold both heavy weights and we'll work with both of them together. So the idea is I squat low enough that I can put those weights down if I want. I come back up. I'm going to grab the weights and I'm going to place them above my head on the shelf right in front of me. All right, 8 times. So I stand and then I place. 1, stand, and then I place. 2. Remember, you can do 1 heavy weight or both. I leave it to you. And it's really important to do what works best for your body today. So don't assume what you did yesterday is what you can or should do today. It's good to become body aware, understand what you're feeling. I think this is 6. So we have 2 more times. This is what helps keep that heart rate up. Hopefully you feel that. And last one. Good. Lower the arms, heels under the hips. All right. So we have a regular upright row. We're going to add a little heel raise. We're going to do a dip to the knees, lift the heels, and catch. Dip, lift, catch. This is called a high pull. Incorporates more muscles. And because it works the calves, helps keep the heart rate up. 4 more, just for fun. Dip, lift. 2 more. And hold. Good. All right. So using your legs, not your back, let's place those weights down on the floor. We're going to take it to the floor and do a little bit of chest work and then bring it around, maybe be on the floor for some more strengthening work on our knees. So if you're at home, maybe you have carpet and you're okay laying down on the carpet. I'm going to choose to lay down on a mat. I'm going to angle it so that hopefully I can see the camera and you can see me really well. Come down in a way that works best for you. All right. So we're going to acquire our weights. We're going to take it back down. Woo. Here we are on our back. Feet flat to the floor. Tuck your tailbone just a bit so that low back is pressing down and you're bracing through the abdominals. Now, we're going to bring the weights up over that midline, lower rib line of the chest. We're going to start with the chest fly. Let's open the arms wide, go as wide as you can, and then come back up. All right, we're going to do 8 of these. So we're going to do a variety of movements that help work the chest wall. Now this is about the mid-chest. If you hold the weights over that midline, lower rib line, You'll be working the chest about midway down. 2 more. As opposed to, let's take the weights up. Now, still over that lower rib line, I want you to turn your palms so that your thumbs are more towards the walls. The thumbs are turning out. We're still going to do that fly movement, open and close. But what you're now going to feel is the work a little higher in the chest wall, that upper pectoral wall area. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now get to the top. I want you to twist the other way. So the tops of the weights touch, bottoms of the weights are open. You're going to open those arms nice and wide and squeeze shut. So we're going back lower into the chest. 8, 7. Little exhales as you lift. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Now go ahead and lower those elbows. Release the weights down to the ground. And let's bring it around onto our bellies, okay? Now, on our belly, we're going to go into a spinal extension. So you have some options for your arms. Hands can be underneath the shoulders. You can choose to open up your arms out to the sides a bit, or you can choose to have your arms out in front. I would suggest starting with the hands under the shoulders. All right, my weights are kind of in my way, so I'm going to move them just a little bit. Now, here's the other thing. We're going to do more of a rocking horse style movement, and so when our chest is down, our legs can be up. When our legs are down, our chest can be up. And it's going to be kind of subtle. It's not about how high you lift. It's about targeting your low back, all right? We're going to get our glutes and some other things as well. But point those toes, and let's start by lengthening the spine and lifting our chest just a little bit, and then release. Now lengthen those legs, try to get those thighs off the ground, and release. Alternate chest and thighs. Now as you're lifting, keep alternating. If you want to try a little more tension, open the arms to the sides, taking them further from the midline. Another option, arms overhead. Lift and lift. And it's not about how high you lift. Think long thoughts. We have one more. And good. All right, in a way that works for you, come up onto your hands and knees, okay? Now we're going to work a little bit of stability work on our hands and knees, but also strengthening work. All right, so we're going to work balance, a whole bunch of good things all at once. Extend your left leg out, extend your right arm out, and we're going to lift that left leg. Now I want you to tuck your tailbone round the spine, try to bring your elbow towards the knees, and open. In and out. And if you want to touch down in between, that's fine. Or if you just want to hold, instead of doing the elbow to the knee, you're welcome to do that as well. 2 more. And last one. And go ahead and release. All right, now let's get the other side set up, hands under the shoulders. Now, I realize it might look like my left leg. It's my right, it's your left. Whatever it is, the opposite leg from where you were at. Lift everything up, when and if ready. Tuck under, tap, and open. All sorts of good stabilizer muscles are working here, helping you ultimately with balance. 2 more. And last one. Good. Okay. Now let's tuck the toes. Let's roll up onto our feet and come back up to a standing position, or in another manner to get back up onto your feet. I'm going to move my mat again. So we're going to do just a little bit more standing strength work, and then we'll go down. It's all about the stretching. Down and up is part of the work. All right, so now let's head into our medium weights. Okay, so we are going to have our heels underneath the hips, lift through the chest, but we're going to tip at the hip. So we're going to engage our triceps. Let's go ahead and lift those elbows up nice and high. All right, and we're going to extend those forearms back and then stop with the wrist just under the elbow. All right, so we just bring the wrist back to that point where it's hanging straight down. Then I kind of lost count already, but I think we have 3 or 4 more. We'll go for 4, just for that extra one in case. 2 more. And good. Lower the weights and rise. Now standing nice and tall, you're always welcome to switch out for heavier weights for bicep curls. Our knees are soft, and here's another thing. Squeeze your glutes, okay? Lift through the chest. We're gonna lift and release. Now, if we do bicep curls, you can twist the wrist, face the shoulders, and lower back down. How about 4 more? 3, and 2, last one. All right, we're going to go for those tricep kickbacks again. Soft knees, hinge at the hips. This time, open the elbows away from the rib cage. Lengthen the arms, hands point towards the back corners of the room, and go. 8. So now, further from the midline, these weights should feel heavier. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower the weights and rise. Do a little shoulder roll up, back, and down. Now at this point in time, you can choose to put your heavy weights down, put your medium weights down and grab a heavy, or you can try both heavy weights in one hand. All right, we're going to try and work unilaterally. Really brace the belly, lift the chest, and squeeze the bum. Let's do 8. So we're deliberately putting a lot more tension on one side. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. All right, brace everything, keep everything square to the ground, square to the front, and 8, 7. Try to keep that elbow in place. Notice how my elbow doesn't move. 4. It's bending, it's opening, but it doesn't leave its home spot. 2 more. And last one. Good. Excellent. Do a little shoulder roll. Up, back, and down. This time, soft knees, tip at the hip. We're going to do something called a rear deltoid raise. So right at the back of the shoulders. All right, right at the base of the neck. Elbows go high and wide and release. Go. 8, 7. And if you open up a little wider, you'll feel a little more tension. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Rise. Shoulders back and down. All right, so we have a side raise. We can lift our arms out to the side to shoulder height and down. We have a front raise. We lift the arms to shoulder height, right in front of the shoulders, and down. Then we have something in between a side raise and a front raise, Y raise. So we open up the arms, knuckles point towards the corner of the rooms, and down. Now, I'm going to slide a toe back, make this more of a unilateral activity from our leg stance. We've just made ourselves a little less stable, so really brace to the belly. We're going to start with a side raise, go for a Y, go to the Y, and then go ahead for a front raise. Go back to the Y. Do that again. Side, Y, front, and Y. 2 more times. Side, Y, front, and Y. 1 more time. Side, Y, front, and Y. Now go ahead and come down, bend at the elbow, take your leg a little further back, What we're going to do is we're going to come up on that back toe. We're going to drop that back knee and push up through the front heel in a lunge, down and up. Practice the lunge. And ready, begin, just lunge. 8, 7, we have an option. We can add a side raise as we lunge. All right, 4, 3, 2, last one, up and step in. All right, take ourselves a little less stable on the other side now. We begin with the side raise. Side, Y, front, Y. We have 3 more rounds. Ooh. And Y. 2 more times. Side, Y, front, Y. Last round. Ooh. All right, now we're going to step that leg back even further. Bend at the elbows, drop the back knee straight down, push up through the front heel. I'll turn a little on an angle so you can see that, and you're welcome to add the side arms. Just a few of these. Great for quads, glutes, hamstrings. How about 2 more? And good. Step in. Lower the weights using your legs, not your back. Put the weights down. I'm going to move my other heavy weight over, and it is time to pull out our mat. We're going to go to the ground. We're going to get some core work in and some really great stretching. All right? Technically speaking, we've been working our core the whole time. You've been bracing your belly, right? It's part of the secret strategy with that. But now let's do some abdominal focused work. All right, what we'll do here is start with either the arms by your side, or you're welcome to bring the fingers next to the temples. Walk the heels in towards the buttocks and lift the heels up. We're going to tuck the tailbone and pull the belly down towards the spine. We're going to start with just a little tuck and a tap. Bring the knees in and tap. And I want you to notice something. I'm lifting my hips just a bit, but it's not required. All right, make it yours. You want to do the activity that makes sense for your body. 2 more. All right, last one. Now, we're going to do a second set of 8. Option this time, as we lift, we can have the upper body and relax. Go. We have 8. This is called a C crunch. Keep your elbows wide. Think about driving the rib cage towards the hips. 2 more. And last one. Good. All right, rest the feet down. Now go ahead and relax those arms. Let's alternate the front with the back with some glute bridging, okay? Feet on the floor flat. Drive into your heels. Lift your hips up as high as you can, stretching out through the hip flexors, squeezing the bum, and release 8 times. 8, 7. Little exhale as you lift. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. All right, now walk those feet out just a little bit. Go ahead and extend out your left leg. All right, or I guess it's your right. This is my left, your right. Now, your left arm, fingertips will be next to your temple. What we're going to do is bring the knee in. We're going to do a cross body crunch. Try to bring your shoulder across the midline of the body and extend. 8, 7. Exhale as you lift. 4, 3, and last one. Okay, take a moment, set up the other side. Extend that left leg. Take your right hand, fingertips next to the temple. Lift up, cross that midline of the body, and release. Begin. 8, 7. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, feet down, hands by your side or fingers next to the temples, knees into the chest, point the toes. Lengthen the legs out to roughly a 45-degree angle. Open and close. Begin. 8, 7. Think about squeezing those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Give yourself a hug. Whew, you can rock back and forth. So we may have gone an extra couple minutes into our strength work to target that core area, but it was worth it, I think. All right, now we're going to go into some stretches. So from here, you can go ahead and place one foot flat to the floor. Keep your other leg knee bent, tucking it in towards the chest, all right? And a little bit off to the side, so to the outside of that chest. All right, and let's just circle out at the ankle. And let's go both ways just a couple of times. All right, bring the foot center, flex and point just a couple times, and then release any tension you're feeling there. Now, we can take our knee and draw some circles and just sort of release tension through the hips. Do a couple of circles each way. These are some of my favorite stretches for the hips coming up. We're going to take one arm across the front of the body. So this is my left knee. I'm reaching with my right arm. If it's your right leg, you're reaching with your left. Grab above the ankle and then turn the knee out and draw the heel in towards your chest, okay? And now with this position, we're just going to move the legs side to side. We're going to try to release tension where we're feeling it through the hip, all right? Through the groin area maybe as well. Ooh, okay. Now let's from here take that ankle and drape it over the other knee and come on in for the 4 stretch. Now in our 4 stretch, you can use the power of your abdominals to bring those legs in. You can use your hands in whatever fashion makes sense for you to assist drawing the legs in. Take a moment to relax and release tension through the knee, through the hip, all right? And from here, we can do a little rocking side to side. Now, I think these are some of the best stretches, but I know not everybody has the same opinion, so I hope you are enjoying these stretches as much as I enjoy them. Go ahead and do some circles in our 4 stretch, and we want to go both directions. And then we come to the center and just pull those legs in, try to release tension a little closer. Now, while we're pulling the legs in, though, the head, neck, and shoulders remain flat on the ground. So we're not creating tension in the neck and shoulders while trying to stretch out the lower body, all right? Go ahead and release, and let's untangle those legs. All right, other side, knee into the chest. All right, and we start with pulling the knee in a little bit to the outside of the chest. And if you want, you can draw just a couple of circles, going both directions, just sort of releasing tension. How about the ankle? Do a couple of circles, both directions, and then flex and point the toe a couple of times. All right, now let's take our opposite arm across the front of the body, grab just above the ankle and guide the heel in towards the chest, trying to get the outside of the hip, that IT band, and then we're going to drop the leg side to side, sort of drawing a bit of a rainbow with that leg. And again, just a really lovely hip release movement, 3, maybe 4 times. And then we come to our 4th stretch. Now, it's not unusual to feel less tension on one side than the other. One side for me is always more tense. I think it's very normal. All right, guide those legs in a little closer, and then you can add some rocking side to side, gentle movement. All right, we can try some gentle circles. And if we circle, do a couple circles one direction, then a couple of circles go the other direction. All right, come to the center, just guide those legs in a little closer. Woo, and then go ahead and release. All right, open up your feet outside of the hips. Now I'm going to sit up just for a moment and move my weights out of the way, but you do not have to sit up, of course, just to get those weights out of my way. Open up your feet wider than the hips. Open up your arms nice and wide as well. And we're just going to drop the knees side to side. Ooh. Now with the legs wide like this, the goal is not necessarily to stack the knees, but rather they're going to be staggered. And the idea is this top hip, we're working the internal rotation of the hip. The bottom leg, we're working the external rotation of the hip. And because we go back and forth, we're working internal and external rotation for both legs. All right, let's come to the center. Heel toe in. Bring the feet side by side and the knees together. Now, go ahead and drop to one side. This time, do allow the hips and the knees to be somewhat stacked, okay? Now, we want to go deeper into this stretch. First of all, make sure your shoulders are staying flat to the ground so we get that lovely twist through the rib cage, all right, and through the spine. If you want more, you can bring this top leg in a little bit closer to your chest, and or you can try extending that leg out, but try to keep your shoulders down, if that makes sense. Now, to come out of this stretch, we're going to go ahead and restack the hips and knees, and then bring everything back to center. Now let's do the other side, okay? Drop the knees down the other way. First, get set here. Make sure both shoulders are on the floor. If you want to go a little deeper, you can guide that top knee in a little closer. If you want a little more still, you can extend that leg out. Make it yours. And then go ahead and restack the hips and the knees. Bring the knees back to center. Now, let's go ahead and alternate, bringing one knee in and releasing. Just trying to release tension through the glutes and the low back. You might even feel those hip flexors a little bit. I know I do. We all feel different things. That's okay. Let's do one more each side. Sort of feels good to move. All right, so now we're going to roll onto our side and come on up. Now, resting here with the elbow under the shoulder, we don't want to slouch. We want to push down into that elbow. And we're going to take our top leg, bend at the knee. See if you can reach down. Maybe you can grab the bottom of the shoe if you're wearing shoes. Maybe you can grab your pant leg. Maybe you can grab your toes. Either way, press your hips forward, and let's try to get a stretch through the hip flexor and the quadricep area, pushing down into that elbow so we're not slouching. I say that as much to remind myself not to slouch as anyone else. All right, let's go ahead and release that stretch. Come on up, and we're going to extend that leg out nice and straight. Lifting through the chest, turning towards that leg. Reach for the shins, the laces, or the toes. And you just take this stretch to where it feels best for you, all right? Now, we're going to incorporate just a little activity. It's called Proprioceptor Neuromuscular Facilitation, PNF for short. What we're going to do is we're going to tighten up our hamstring, the back of the leg. So we're going to push our heel into the ground, and I really want you to engage with that hamstring. Really tighten everything up like you're trying to draw the heel towards your bum. Squeeze, 3, 2, 1. Try to relax and release the tension in that muscle. Lift through the chest and hinge forward. And I want you to see if you can notice, were you able to go any deeper into this stretch? Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe you don't notice, or you didn't know to look for that, so you weren't paying attention. So let's do one more PNF. Let's see if you can notice a difference, okay? So pressing your heel down, really engage with the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. Relax, release tension, lift through the chest, and hinge forward. See how low you can reach. This is one where I tend to notice a difference, but it can be subtle, more subtle for other people. Not everyone is the same, and that's okay. All right, so we're going to bring our legs around to the other side, We're going to come down onto our hip, elbow under the shoulder. Again, reaching for the back of the shoe or the pant leg or the shoelaces. Press your hips forward. Let's stretch out through the hip flexor and the quadricep. And breathe. My favorite part is just the breathing. All right, now from here, we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to straighten that leg, lift through the chest, and tip at the hip, reaching for the shins, the laces, or the toes. Try to relax. It's always ironic, I think, when I'm stretching, I actually tighten up, and that's a very common response. We're trying to just relax, so consciously try to relax those muscles. All right, we're going to try that PNF. So press that heel into the floor, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Relax the tension through the muscles. Extend the leg out, lift through the chest, tip at the hip, and see how far you can reach. Just breathe. All right, we're going to try one more PNF. Okay. Press that heel into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax, release the tension, lift through the chest, and hinge forward. All right, so from here, let's find our way onto our hands and our knees, okay? Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll do some cat and cow. We're going to tuck the tailbone around the spine. Press your back up towards the ceiling, pull the belly in, and then release, looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, now as we round the spine, exhale. As we release, inhale. And we'll do one more, tuck and round, exhale. And release, inhale. Now go ahead and bring your spine to a more neutral position. Walk your hands a little further forward, and we're going to push back and down, dropping the chest. So the focus is to take our chest towards the thighs, drop the forehead down. Feel this stretch through the shoulders and the upper back. Come on up on your hands and knees. All right, so now we're going to take that stretch and we're going to bring one hand across the front of the body and we're going to push our hips back in the opposite direction. Let's come on up and go the other way, crossing the front of the body, pull back, stretch out the opposite direction. All right, come back to the hands and knees. Let's try tucking those toes again, and we're going to roll up onto our feet. We're going to rise or come to your feet in another way that works better for you. All right, down and up is work. Now we're not quite done. I wanted to finish class today in a standing position with a standing stretch. So soften your knees. Okay, so from the side, the knees are bent. Let's tuck that tailbone under. Bring the shoulders up, pull forward and drop down, arms forward, thumbs down, cross, and let's reach forward, stretching out through the spine. All right, and then we're going to lift one shoulder just a little bit higher. We're going to lift the other shoulder just a little bit higher. Good. Come to the center. Now stack your spine, open the chest up, thumbs point to the back of the room. Feel that stretch through the chest wall. Now reach around behind you, clasp your fingers and pull straight down. Feel the tops of the chest or the front of the shoulders, that upper pectoral area. Go ahead and release. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And now I want us to finish with the arms up. Relax through the shoulders, pulling up, up, up from the pelvis and side to side. Just reach up to the ceiling like there's something up there you're trying to reach and grab it. Feel the side extensors and the rib cage lengthen and extend. Both arms, turn the palms out. Pull the elbows back and down, and we're pushing through the chest. Push the fingers back towards the floor. Standing nice and tall, lengthen into the neck, okay? The cervical spine, we're going to lower an ear towards one shoulder. We're going to lower the chin towards the chest. And here you can just rock back and forth ever so gently. Bring your ear to the other shoulder and your head back to center. Lengthen, lift, ear to the shoulder, chin to the chest. We rock back and forth gently, slowly. Ear to the other shoulder and back to center. Deep breath and exhale. Yay, thank you very much for joining me today. Please keep an eye on our YouTube channel for additional workouts, and I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day.